Bucks of Vancouver taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson. Well, this defense for the Ravens very strong in that victory a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. The coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They'll go play action. Powell.
His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. That'll bring up second down.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down.
Powell. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Throwing here, Howell.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And Howe will throw it. And he's got it. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Snowhawks are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll start by running the option to the right. They started on the ground with Eckler. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Trucks over it. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The Ravens had 14-2 heading into this final week. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Jackson on 2nd down.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
And this is an offense that's number 1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Flowers going to go in motion right.
13. Report.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
That is caught with Sean Bateman.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still 3,000 yards, a good season.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They go play action with Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Now Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And here comes a return from a few and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly a disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Powell out of his own end zone. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Now it's Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Again, it's Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Here's Howell. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. This offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Able to power through. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Look, we talk about second effort all the time, but in short yardage situations, you'd better have second effort in order to try and pick up a first down. And sometimes as a back, you have to be your own blocker too, don't you?
And we talk about running lanes. He made his own running lane right there with that power move. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Cook again. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. And how about this? A fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, if you're ever going to try to fake punt, this would seem to be the place to do it, but it doesn't work out.
Yeah, you got to make sure you throw it to your guys and not the other team. But yes, in this spot on the field, only needing a few yards for a first, I think that decision was okay and spot on. The problem was the execution. It was not.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now they run the option on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably keep...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest-Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Snowhawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Snowhawks 14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Now they show jet sweep it instead or run up the middle here. Now he's free to midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. In motion left, Bateman.
No, we changed it. Hey, middle.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. First down, Howell to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
One last shot before the break. Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, report.
Jackson options out left. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Jackson. That's complete left side to Bateman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 34.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 34 yards. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And Cook has it left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. Powell sliding down, and he picks up the 1st on that play. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
2nd and 10. Howell down to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Howell from the gun.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
At the 1-yard line.
Howell changing the play here.
Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by David Ojabo.
Back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Rolling to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So here we go, 4th down, Howell.
As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Play action. It's Jackson.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Off play action. It's Howell. Room past the 35. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants him to finish this one out.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Second down, Howell now. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And
there he goes, right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Odafe Oweh picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working, and keep it going.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, a heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
That is caught. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. And Howell will throw it. Short throw here to the tight end Bates.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Jalen Armour-Davis
Able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. They'll go play action. Howell
slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin.
And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Report!
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this